I know it's been a while, so I just wanted to get on here and do a little chat. Something I want to talk more about on this channel, but right now I just want to introduce it in a way. So, if you've been online and you're in the spiritual community, you've been hearing how important it is to really get to know yourself on an astrological level. Find your birth chart online, and there's places you can go in order to do that, to get a free birth chart and to get information. Of course, go to more trusted sites because you are putting some of your information out there, so you might want to make sure that it's a reputable site. But there are many sites out there that you can type in your birthday and your location and whatnot and get a free natal birth chart. And I say this, I preface this with, I got my birth chart printed out and a brief online analysis of it some time ago, and I briefly looked into it here and there, and saw that some aspects of it were true, but it wasn't until like I had done some additional living, and went back to it and analyzed it, and really took a deep delve into what it was, where my placements were, and finding the information online and really getting into it through astrology books and online astrological information, YouTube, whatever, with all the resources available to us online, that I really began to see the patterns and the questions that I had, and it all began to make sense. And some people refer to it as a blueprint. Of course, with what I've seen in my life, especially in the recent years, I would say that, of course, we control our lives. If you want to think of it along the lines of technology or even spirituality, you have this idea of the brain-controlled holographic reality. And if you were to think of that in a simulation in more technological terms, it would be a brain-controlled reality. And you can find that you can control a lot of things with your mind. So I really go into that whole idea when it comes to spirituality. But it's interesting to see that so many things that I find in my natal chart and the connections and the placements and everything, and I still have a long way to kind of really dive into myself, that things start to make sense. Especially recently diving into my shadow side. Looking at Black Moon Lilith placements and whatnot, and of course in relation to other placements, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, this makes sense now. That was what I was dealing with. Yes, this is an aspect of myself. So, not just going into it. So I've lived quite some time and gone back to it and realized the deeper I go, the more I see of myself within the chart and the placements. And I think it's just a good tool to use to kind of get to know ourselves and what we need to work on, what we're good at, what our skills are, what we seem to need to build up, what we need to bring into our lives to help us be more balanced. Really very interesting. And like I said, I still have quite some ways to go in my own journey into my own chart and self. But like I said, it's interesting to then look back and be like, oh yes, oh my gosh, that makes sense. That really does make sense. So I would advise people, I mean, there's really nothing to lose, especially if it's free, of course, a trusted site. To get the basic chart, to look at your aspects. It'll all show what your placement is, where things are at, and you can go and you can look up all this stuff and find out through books and online information what everything means. So you can really clearly see in your life where things are manifesting. And it's good. I honestly wish I had looked into certain aspects a little sooner. Kind of. I guess everything has its time and its place, but again, I also really think that, how do I say this? that the fact that I had the experiences, and then I look back and then I look at the chart and then I can make sense of it, really proves the validity. Like, I'm not manifesting it from looking into it and projecting that on, which is a possibility as well that people can do. But I do believe that there's something there, and you might as well use it as a tool. Again, if you're going into the spirituality, occult sciences, you're really trying to make yourself a better person, alchemize your own spiritual, mental, physical being into something better, and your experiences into something better. And astrology is a great tool, but not just, the basic sun sign, or even like the sun moon sign. Everything plays a part, and you can really see how these aspects and these placements manifest in your life, and being able to work with them and do the best you can with what you have, and what you can try to manifest, what you need to work on, what you can bring in, what kind of astrological energies you can then bring into your own. I mean, there's so many places you can go with this, but I would definitely advise people at least looking into their charts, because it's really provided a lot of insight, and it's a great tool for moving forward. And I'll share my journey. I'll share some insight that I've experienced, how I experienced some of these placements that I've, I'll share some. I'll go into the energies as I work with them, and I already have, of course, some experiences and knowledge with some of the energies that I've already worked with, really along my path. And I go into, this is very vague and but I'm just saying, like, more videos to clarify my experiences with these placements and interactions within my own life, and how they manifested, or how they manifest for someone. But again, that's just like one of the many tools you can use for self-empowerment and spiritual manifestation in your life. But I just wanted to put that out there, that there's some really great YouTubers and other video, and just a lot of online sources that are really great, that I'll mention as time goes on. But I just wanted to talk about how important it is, I feel, that you get a head start on this, because if the information's out there, and there's more and more daily that's posted online, then you can really speed up your manifestation and alchemize your life in a more positive direction. So yeah, that's all I really have for this video. Thank you for those who have interacted with me, and if I haven't commented right away, I will very soon. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for the thank you to the new people that have subscribed and have commented and have started conversations. And yeah, until next time, just stay strong, stay focused, and work with your astrological placements. See if you can get your free natal chart. I'm really sure that it'll benefit you in the long run, and you'll be thankful you did. So until next time.